There are some very cool accessories that will help you work with your smartphone and make really, really neat movies. And you could spend a lot of money on gear. And what I like to do, I'm a minimalist at heart. I like to focus in on the essential things that you're probably going to want to have. And for those, you actually don't need to spend lots of money. By all means, if you feel like investing in things like cool lens attachments, you can get fisheye lenses, you can get telephoto attachments, you can get stabilization gear. There's all kinds of cool things that you can get for your phone, and if that is the kind of thing that interests you, go for it. Definitely check out some things, Google them, ask around, get into smartphone filmmaking forums on places like Facebook and see what people are using. But if you want to just start out with something basic and you have a phone that can support these kinds of things, and most phones can, here's what I think is really essential. First of all, you want to take good quality imagery if you possibly can. There are several apps that will turn your phone into a movie camera. Okay? The one I'm showing here, you can't really see too many details in it. It's called Filmic Pro. That's Filmicpro. And it's an app that's available. I use it on the iPhone. You do pay for that one. I've paid for it once years ago. I've used it for everything from tiny micro short films to even shooting versions of the feature film work that I've done. So it's a very powerful tool. It is not totally free. If you want the full supported version, it's worth every penny. It's really made my filming fantastic. The thing it does for you is it gives you more control. The phone that's built into your camera, and your phone rather, the camera, let me try that again. The camera that is built into your phone is very versatile, but it's also going to be prone to adjusting itself to lighting conditions. The focus, whatever is in focus, is going to change. With something like an app like Filmic Pro or other ones that are out there, it lets you do things like lock the light sensitivity so that you can move your camera around and it's not always going to get lighter and darker as you move it and film different things. The other thing is it also lets you set the focus. So if you want to focus on, say, that insect crossing the sidewalk, you can lock on that and it will stay in focus even if you move around. So they're kind of like additional control tools that these apps will give you, and I really recommend you look into them. I don't get any benefit for recommending Filmic Pro. It's just the one that I wandered into and I've been really happy with. There are others out there. Do your homework, Google, ask around, and see which one suits you. The other thing that's important with phones is sound. Now, this phone, for example, the microphone is in a place that is not necessarily optimized for filming things or interviewing people or recording voice memos and that kind of thing. It's really optimized for speaking on the phone. So what most filmmakers like myself like to do is have a couple of microphone options. Now, this one just plugs into the phone here, and it's a clip microphone like you would see on news shows, interview documentaries. It just clips on a part of your clothing. You want to choose a place that's not going to rustle too much. Then you just speak normally. So that's what we call a lavalier mic. And this one is by Rode, R-O-D-E. Again, I don't get any perks for mentioning the brand. I'm sure there are other microphones out there, but this is the one I stumbled onto. I didn't have to spend much on it, and I've been very, very delighted. It's formed the backbone of a lot of my film projects. So that's a lavalier mic. You can use it on actors. You can use it on yourself. The nice thing is you don't have to point your voice at the microphone. It picks up around your face like this. And you can record that directly into a voice memo. Or you can get more elaborate audio apps that record sound in a slightly more elaborate better quality way. But I have made award-winning films with using the very basic gear like this. Now, you can get another kind of microphone that might interest you at some point, and that is like a miniature shotgun mic. And that is a little thing that also, it just plugs into the phone and it sticks out in front. And there's something called a Rode video mic. Again, that's another one that I have. I'm recording what you're hearing right now with that on my other phone that is recording this session using Filmic Pro. I would say if you get decent microphone and good camera control, that's going to be the main thing that you need. If you have a tripod, or if you can get one of those kind of gorilla pods that is very bendable, you can find a way to support your phone, and that will help you. You can modify, just bend that gorilla pod so that you can almost use it like a handheld kind of thing. But there's a lot of stabilization gear out there, and you shouldn't spend very much money on something just to hold the phone steady. That being said, I do like phone motion. I think it's quite cool. So play around with these things. Don't invest the bank in a ton of gear right now. Just get good being comfortable with something as basic as your smartphone and see how that works. And I think you're going to make some good quality films just with the basics. All right? Talk to you soon.